If you're hiring for a salesperson right now, you're probably asking yourself the same question I hear every single week, which is,
Jayce, how much should I pay my top producer?
and it's not what most founders think. It's not because of the market and it's not because of the budgets. It's all about understanding the value creation, the risk, the leverage, the compensation plan, because the wrong one will repel A players while the right one will just print you money. Today, I'm going to be breaking it down all for you. Whether you're hiring your first sales rep or scaling a team of 20, I'm going to be providing to you the clarity you need. Let's start by breaking down the biggest mistakes founders and sales leaders make when creating the compensation plan. Let me tell you what I hear every single week. Number one is we just can't afford to overpay, which is kind of funny and silly, but hey, we hear it all the time. The second one on that list is we'll just pay them a low base with a high commission. How many times you heard that one before? And the third one is, oh, we'll just pay them once they perform. I promise you, this is the wrong mindset. It's going to be a very expensive hiring process that you're going to go through, and you're probably going to find yourself in a pickle where everyone that you talk to is not at the level of expectations that you're aiming and gunning for. I promise you that thinking is going to cost you more than save you time and money. And here's why. A low base equals a high churn. A high churn equals a desperate rep. A desperate rep equals a rebound rep. And nobody likes a rebound in any fashion, by all means. So please do not do that. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Then we have unbalanced compensation plans. That equals resentment. And if there's no sense of security, then they're going to bounce. And finally, post-performance payment. Well, I'll tell you right now, I'll gladly take someone off your team and pay them what they're worth. And so will everybody else because they see the value in paying them upfront right now versus down the road. And that's exactly what's going to happen. They will jump ship the moment that they have the right opportunity in front of them because they found the one who's willing to invest into them now and not later. If you want A players, and I genuinely mean if you want the cream of the crib, the top 1%, you need to be willing to pay them what they're worth. And it's not about paying them more. It's about understanding what that 1% is looking for in the compensation plan. So let's talk about that next. Now, for those that don't know me, my name is Jayce, Grayye, CEO and founder of Jayce Consulting and Recruiting. And in the last 4.5 years, we placed over 1,000 sales representatives in industries like SaaS, marketing, coaching, and service-based businesses. And when it comes down to finding the top sales talent, I'm telling you right now, top producers don't just want big checks. They want 3 things. The first one on that list is stability. They want a base salary that's going to respect their experience. The second one on that list is upside. They want a commission plan that doesn't cap their ambition. And last but not least, number 3 is transparency. They want a realistic way for them to hit 6 figures or multiple 6 figures based on the KPIs that you laid out in front of them. Here's a real example. A SaaS founder came to us because he was offering a 3K base plus 10% commission. We told him top performing reps are not underpaid, they're under leveraged. Surprisingly, he had a difficult time keeping reps after 60 days. We rebuilt his compensation plan. We made it a $5,000 base plus 8% on a tiered base plus accelerators if they hit 50,000. Within 2 months, his rep hits quota, revenue stabilizes, and then the revenue jumped by 30%. This means that now the rep had a runway to run on, security, and most importantly, a reason to stay. So you're probably asking yourself, how do you create a compensation package like that that gives you that type of results? I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the exact math that we go through our clients every single day. Here is a simple formula that I go over with our founders and sales leaders all the time. Step number 1 is let's talk about the on-target earnings, okay? So at this point, let's look at what the top performer on your organization does. And I'll use an example. Let's say the top performer is doing about $150,000 a year in on-target earnings. Step number 2 is we're going to reverse engineer it. If your sales cycle right now is 30 days, and let's just say your average deal size is 5,000, and you want your rep right now to be doing 60,000 a month, well, at that point, you're going to be paying out about 10% in commissions, which equates to about 6,000 every single month, which that's the same number that equates to 72,000 a year, which the base should come out to about 78,000 for the year or about 6,500 a month. And when you add that plus the commissions, you're roughly around 150,000 on target earnings. Step number 3, you're going to test it against your profit margins. If your cost of goods sold plus your compensation package leaves you with about 20 to 30% profit margins after everything, then at this point you need to A, increase pricing, B, improve rep productivity, or C, reevaluate the role that you're hiring for, because underpaying won't save you on your margins. It's going to cost you on your churn, missed targets, and wasted opportunities. Now, if you're thinking that makes sense, but what's normal right now? Don't worry, I got you. Let's look at real salary benchmarks of over 100 placements that we've done across the US. Here's what the top sales reps are producing across the board in 2025. SDR base pay is anywhere from 40 to 60,000. On target earnings is 70 to 90,000. Then we have an account executive. Base pay is anywhere from 70 to 90,000. On target earnings is 150 to 200,000. Then we have an enterprise account executive. Base pay there is anywhere from 90 to about 120,000, and then on target earnings is about 200 to about 300,000. Then we have closers for coaching businesses or small to medium sized business offers. Base pay any range anywhere from 5 to about 7,000 a month, and then OTE on a monthly is anywhere from 15,000 to 25,000. And then we finally have commission only roles where you get no base pay. However, you are taking home anywhere from 10,000 to about 20,000 a month. So it's important to note that all these numbers do make sense under certain contexts. Ramp time. What's the expected results in week one? Let's talk about lead flow for a moment. Are they expecting you to cold call or are they feeding you leads? And then this is when it starts to get really dicey. Let's talk about the support system. Do they have the CRM setter closers already in place that have been onboarded and have been trained already that are generating the results? And there's a proven scripts, proven process in place that you could immediately step into and win. Remember that you can't benchmark salary in a vacuum. That's why context matters. But beyond numbers, there's something a little bit more important, and that's called structure, because it's not about what you get paid, it's how you pay. Let me show you where most founders lose great reps without even realizing it. Here's a crash course on how to lose your best candidates. If you want to go ahead and lose them, just go ahead and say these things. First one is, oh, we'll just pay you once we collect the invoice. My favorite one comes next, and that's number 2. No base pay means unlimited upside. And if I had $1 for every time I heard the third one, I'd be a very rich man, which is you close, you onboard, and you manage. That's not a sales job. That is what you call a founder's fantasy. Remember this when you're recruiting, that great reps don't come to build your sales team, they come to win in your sales team. And if your compensation plan is confusing, delayed, or full of BS, they'll just walk, because top performers are too busy to chase unclear offers. So before you hire your next rep, make sure you have a clear compensation plan. And if you're not sure what clean looks like, just go ahead and get some outside help. Here's the truth. You don't pay top performers what you think they're worth. You pay them what you think they can produce. And once you get that right, you'll go from cycling cheap hires every 60 days to stabilizing revenue that actually sticks. That's the game. If you're hiring for closers and your compensation plan is not attracting A-player talent, let's fix that. My team has helped over 200 sales organizations, placed over 1,000 sales representatives in the last 4.5 years. We know what A-player talent looks like, and we'll help you attract them and retain them. We'll break down everything for you from the offer, compensation plan, and show you exactly where it's repelling A-player talent that you're looking to hire. Now, if you're right now needing help hire some A-player talent, click the link in the description, fill out the form, and we'll see you on the other side.